One father was having a two sons. So one day he decided to give one task to them. So he has brought some wooden sticks and he gave to both of the sons. And he said, just craft something which I can keep in front of the house so that anyone comes, they should say wow to this craft actually. In such a way you should prepare. So both of them felt happy for that moment and started doing something. The eldest one he thought something and he was going out, was bringing, he searched many things and whatever he could do, he was doing. The younger one, he was just thinking what to be done and all. He was going with lot of information. He searched in the Google and all. And then also he started doing the work. After 1 week, both of the sons were ready with something. When the father has come, he saw the elder one has crafted a very big, good Gautam Buddha, and he felt very happy for that. And he appreciated also. Wow, wonderfully you have done and all. And how much time it took for you? Then he said, nothing. Every day I used to spend 2 hours of time to make this craft to be done. Then he really appreciated and he just thought before keeping in front of the house, let me to see what the younger has done. Then he saw at younger one, so he was just one wooden plank he made and he was just standing with that with the annoyed face. Then father asked, why did not you do anything? Why? What is this in your hand? Then he said, I don't know, but I was thinking to do too much of things. I searched information, I tried all the technique and all, but then also I did not feel to do it. Although every day I was giving 4 hours of time, but then also I did not do it. And father was very surprised why he could not do, who spent more time in his crafting. Like obviously the elder one has done within 2 hours every day he was doing and he has created such a wonderful art. But he was given 4 hours of time, but then also he was unable to do. There was no result. He was just surprised with this puzzle. That time, one of the teacher has come actually that time to meet the parent actually. Then he asked to the teacher why both of the son I have given the same task. One of the child has done like this way, the another one is lacking with that. Then teacher has smiled for one thing. There is an elephant and there is a lion. If you give the task, will you feel that both of them will do the same task in a same way? Then father understood. So why did I say this story to you? Today topic is that only. We know why the distraction and how the distraction is, but reason of distraction among the students we should know why it's happening, especially these days we could see that. In that, the first thing everyone need to understand, I understand that we all are the parent and might be we all know as a student also what we should do and where is the lagging and all, but we all don't know must be the subject psychology. The subject psychology plays a very important role in our life actually. So especially to understand someone's mindset when it comes to the student's mindset, the child's psychology is very very important. That's the reason expert opinion need to be taken why a child, a student is not taking interest, otherwise why the child is lagging with something, why the distraction is more. If the child is always distracted, it means we need an expert some suggestion that what is actually lagging, because there is a development. As we know that the growth and development is the two parameter where we just check the student how they are performing. So growth can be visible with the height, with the body weight and all, but what about the development, how can we measure? So that time we need a proper counselor, proper expert suggestion. So I believe strongly that counselor and psychologists need to be involved, where we could find the main reason behind the distraction, why it's happening, whether it's a common distraction or whether something is going really very wrong. So this is the first thing, need to go with the one proper expert. In every age actually we need to follow that, because we have a different parameter of the ages, that also we need to understand. In every age what happens, that we need to just work on that. So first thing is that to understand the distraction, why it happens as per this expert's suggestion. The second thing is, as the first thing, the story which I have told, in that the elder child might be taking interest in the crafting, That's another one. Mine was not taking the interest. Because of that only the lot of distraction was happening. Although was 24 hours, but then also I was unable to do. The same thing it happens. Something which is missing in the student and the child. If we are asking them to do it, obviously they won't do. So what will happen? They will be distracted to the things which they wanted to do it. So there also we need to understand the interest area of the child. That is very, very important. If we understand what once the interest area of the child, then we can make the child to do the things the way he wanted and she wanted to do. And the second thing which is very, very important, see right now if I am talking also, so many of you might be thinking something else. Why? Our mind is occupied already with many things in our life, because these days especially lot of impact of the many things is happening. We are surrounded with a lot of tension, stress and all. So mind is already occupied with other stuffs that need to be reduced. For coming to the students, coming to the child, how it has to be reduced. So there is a way, there is a technique that we need to work on that. So there also you need obviously expert suggestion how it has to be done. For that, obviously the fourth point, which is very, very important, you need to divide, whether as a student, whether as a parent, we need to divide their time routine in such a way where their interest also should be focused, where their or each parameter of their life where they need to focus, that has to be planned in a routine, whether play, whether discipline, whether hygiene, whether something to be learned, everything in a such a way so that child should feel very excited while seeing his and her daily routine. That is very important. In the school, just leave off. That we cannot change it. But when they enter at home, what they do for the 6 hours, that is very, very, very important to design in a such a way. Then the fifth thing, which is very important, as I said, stress and tension became our somehow the style of our living. Because of that, mind is all the time is occupied. That we all know that. But how and why it's happening? That we know that lot of online games they are playing, lot of social media supposed to be. YouTube also is the part of the social media. But how to use the YouTube? That's the reason we go for the motivation speaker. We used to go for the some study material. That also can be used as a social media, and we need to use it. That is also very important. We cannot deny the social media, but right way of using the social media for the right time, that is very important. How much time we are using, because future is all about this social media, we cannot deny it. But how that discipline need to be, that etiquette need to be taught to our students, that is very, very, very important. So why the online games are not good for them, how they have to go outside for the physical exercise, and something need to be involved. That literacy we need to give to our students. For that, that curiosity need to be obviously developed. For that, we need to send them for some like coaching center, otherwise some academy and all, where the child should take some interest and all. That is very, very, very important. So that designing of their timetable is very, very, very must. For that, what need to be done? They have to play the game. If you really want the child should not play online, then where the child is going for the play. So all these things need to just plan very well actually when we plan their routine. And very, very, very important, which I feel and strongly with psychology also has worked a lot into that, and lot of research also has been done. See, meditation doesn't mean that we should sit in one position and we should just focus om and chanting and all. No, meditation means you're taking the break. When you are closing your eyes, when you are taking a long breath and all, what is happening that time? That time you are with yourself, with your own thoughts which has been created for the whole day of the past and on. So what will happen, meditation will give little bit break to your mind, not to create any other new things now. So that's the reason meditation is a process where you work on your breathe and all. So that practice really works as a wonder actually, and it won't, the result you won't get in a one day and all. Obviously the practice has to be done for the long, whether for the 1 year 2 years. Let us just start doing at least for the 2 minutes in a day. Only the breath has to be focused. You will find a lot of changes will happen in their mind. And very, very important, motivation video, why it's important, our brain also needs some food. When we supposed to be, if we are feeling very dull but we listen something which is very good, whether the chanting, whether going to the church, mosque or temple, suddenly the energy will be changed. It means we cannot deny that mind attracts to the positive things also, the way mind attracted towards the negative. So are we creating that positive environment for our students? That is the very, very important. So at home also those type of environment need to be created. That's the reason motivation videos, some inspiring videos, because visual impact will be more rather than speaking actually. So that's the reason these are the things which we need to work a lot. And obviously if we work for the minimum, at least for the 66 days, why I'm saying that, a habit need to be installed. So that's the reason at least 3 months we need to do a proper work actually. You will find surely whether the student, whether any elder one also, can be avoided through the distractions. And let us work on that and surely we'll find the result.